before I go, I have another interesting way that you can show proof of financial support using bank in Canada. This is going to be quite interesting. It's a new research I've just discovered, which is different from the ones I've just mentioned. Are you excited that you've been granted admissions into studying in Canada? And now you are in the process of applying for your visa. And applying for a visa as international student, or either a refugee or immigrant, you need to show proof of financial support. And a lot of students have been denied visas because of not having the right documents to prove this all-important requirement by the Canadian government. As of January 1st, 2024, that's this year, the minimum financial requirement for students or for international students who want to study in Canada increased from 10,000 Canadian dollars that it used to be to 20,623 Canadian dollars. That's a lot. And I'm not sure everyone can have the required amount in your account intact without being touched. Hence, on this video, I'm going to show you ways that you could show proof of financial support, even if you don't have the 20,000 Canadian dollars intact in your account. Hello, the great you. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thanks very much for all your support on this channel. If this is your first time of seeing me, hello, welcome to my channel. My name's Charity. I'm the founder of The Greater You, a UK registered trademark, which is a platform I have created to empower all educational needs, improve professional and personal development of all young people across the globe to becoming the best versions of themselves. So we are a global community gearing at empowering each other's minds towards greatness. A quick disclaimer, I am not a financial expert, neither am I a visa expert, but I draw all my experience from the time I was an international student to the time I was working at the University of East London's International Contact Centre with the compliance team dealing with students' visas, applications and interviews and the documents they need to apply for their visas to be successful. And overall, drawing from the recent research I've done in about studying or applying for visas in Canada. So based on these wrapped up experiences, why I'm here to advise you. So let's dive into the video of the day about proof of financial support as you are applying for that student's visa in Canada. So let's start with the meaning of what is the proof of financial support. So the proof of financial support simply means that you having the ability to show that you have the money, you have the funds that will take care of you throughout the duration of your studies. And if you are migrating or you are going to Canada with a partner, that money needs to also demonstrate that you would be able to take care of your partner. If you're also migrating as refugees or any other route, you need to demonstrate this. So especially students who fail to demonstrate this all-important requirement when applying for their visa have a tendency of their visa being denied, and this has been a long-standing issues international students are facing. So I'm here to solve that problem by showing you other ways that you can demonstrate proof of financial support. So immigration officers are most likely to approve your visa if they see that you have the required amount of funds to support yourself throughout the duration of your studies. Don't worry, even if you don't have the funds that will take care of you throughout the duration of your studies in Canada, but what they want to see is the ability for you to prove to them that you're going to have this money in the future. Depending on your circumstances, you can show proof of financial support by presenting the following financial documents, which I'm going to mention. The first one is you can show proof of Canadian bank account in your name with the required amount in it. Second, you can show proof of a student or educational loan from a bank. You can show proof of financial support by showing bank statement from the past 4 months. You can show a bank draft that may be converted into local currency, that's Canadian dollars. Fifth, you can show proof that you've paid tuition and housing fees. So what this means is that if you've paid part of your tuition fee and also deposited or paid for a house that you're going to live in Canada, you can upload this document and show as a proof of your financial support to support your application. Letter from a person or school who is giving you money or who is sponsoring you. Take for instance, if you are being sponsored by an uncle or a sister or a brother, so whoever the person is, maybe your father, so the person needs to write a letter stating that they are the one covering your expenses. All tuition fees is going to be on them. Alternatively, if you are being sponsored by school or any other organization, they need to give you a letter stating that they are the one taking all the financial burden throughout the duration of your studies. So with this, you can prove your financial support. That is, if you have a scholarship or in a government educational funded program, then they need to give you a letter to support this. I remember a time when I was international student in the UK during my master's. I was funded by an organization, so they gave me a letter that served as my proof of funds, and then I used it to apply. This is also applicable when you're applying to Canadian visa, so there's no big difference between the two embassies. So do want to join the family of the Greater You by subscribing to our YouTube channel, yes, and remain a loyal and committed member. Perfect. Doing that for me? Great. Before I go, I have another interesting way that you can show proof of financial support using bank in Canada. This is going to be quite interesting. It's a new research I've just discovered, which is different from the ones I've just mentioned. So this includes opening a bank account in your name, receiving a loan from a bank or bank statements. However, there is one easy banking solution for students to prove their financial support using the bank. This is called Guaranteed Investment Certificate, GIC. They are not sponsoring this video, but I'm just advertising them here for international students. Yes, I hope they get to see this video. One thing that is important is that if you are applying to use the Student Direct Stream to study in Canada, then you will require what we call GIC, that's Guaranteed Investment Certificate. So this is how it works. What is GIC? Bank offers international students GIC for them to put their money and get back with interest over time. So this means if you deposit money into your GIC account, you will not only receive your money back, but you also earn additional money by keeping it in the bank longer. So having a GIC account is better because the interest you gain from one is better than what you will gain in a savings account. Unlike stocks and mutual funds, they are more secure in that you would not run a risk of losing your money. And best of all, a GIC is one of the easiest ways to show proof of financial support. So this is like a win-win scenario. So how do you apply for GIC? You apply for GIC with the Royal Bank of Canada and Toronto-Dominion Bank. These are the two Canadian banking institutions that helps international students like you to get proof of financial support so they can achieve their Canadian study abroad dreams. The 4 easy steps to apply for GIC are, first of all, once you get your acceptance letter from the university that you're going to be studying or college approved, Canadian college, it needs to be approved. You can apply for GIC through the banks I have mentioned before. That's the Royal Bank of Canada and Toronto-Dominion Bank via the Apply Board. So Apply Board is their agent. So once it is approved, you complete and submit your application and set up your investment account. The third step is for you to deposit your funds into your GIC account and activate your account. You can include this certificate in your study permit requirements to even make your application stronger. Hence, this is a good way to show or to demonstrate proof of financial support. The last step is that once you arrive in Canada, remember, you don't have to forget this. Once you arrive in Canada, you need to head straight down to the branch, one of the branches of the banks that you used, either TD Bank, that's Toronto Dominion Bank, or Royal Banks of Canada, to set up your gig payment. So those are the 4 easy steps for you to open this account in Canada whilst you are abroad, and use the certificates to demonstrate your proof of funds. Not only will you gain approval, but you would also gain interest in the funds that you've deposited. That's the end of the video. I believe you've learned a thing or two, and you are ready now, more confident, to prepare all your paperwork for your next visa application. Let me know how this video has helped you. Comment, share, like, and do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Turn on the notification button so that you can get notified when next I post new video. And also do not forget that I'm rooting for you, but do not stop rooting for yourself. See you at the top, because that's where I belong, the greater you.